Hey everybody. So a while back, I did a video on foam rolling slash trigger point slash myofascial release, whatever you want to call it. Most people know it by foam rolling for your glutes and hips. And today I want to talk about doing your quadriceps and your IT band. And I guess I sort of did these out of order, but my glutes were hurting last time and now it's my hip flexors. But I actually recommend starting when you are doing, if you're going to do like more of a full body myofascial release, you want to start with your we'll start from your feet, but definitely doing your quads first because it really helps with your posture and alignment to open up quads because we typically are sitting in our desk or driving and we have overactive and over tight quads, and then typically the reverse underactive glutes. So the technique that I do is 3 parts of your quadriceps. So I'm going to do my right side for this video. And, the hip flexors are, some of them are just an extension of your quadricep that are attached. And then you have your psoas that runs in there. But it's all connected. It's just basically releasing this part of the front of your hip and thigh. So I'm going to start by doing the first pass right in the middle of this quad. And so whether you have a short roller or a long, it doesn't make any difference. But I'm going to start with it right below my hip bone. And you want to make sure that your pelvis is squared off to the floor. So the tendency sometimes is to go ahead and roll over, but we want to be as square and centered as we can. And then you're going to roll 2 inches forward and then 1 inch back. And then 2 inches forward and 1 inch back. So you are in a little modified plank here. So you want to make sure that you're not sagging your belly, right? You still want to stay lifted in the core and that you're not sinking in and collapsing in the shoulders. So you want to stay lifted. So there is some work and activity. And then you're basically, by doing this 2 inches forward, 1 inch back, you are, slowly working your way to that. So I'm going to scoot back so I'm not out of the camera. If you get to a really tight spot, you want to sit on it for a second and then you want to inhale and then exhale, let that leg release. So that's really tight. I just came from a TRX class this morning, which was my first group class that I've taken in a long time. And so that's what made me think about doing this video. So you want to go all the way up to your kneecap. And anytime you're foam rolling, you want to avoid any bone. So you want to stay in the muscle. So you would do that, and then you would do an entire pass all the way back down. And then I typically recommend standing up, walking around so that you get some blood flow into that area, and then coming back down. So now I'm going to take, if this was the straight top part of the quad, I'm going to take a 45-degree angle. And a lot of times, if you know that sweep of your quadricep that sticks out, bodybuilders, they get really huge ones, that's what you're going for. So this time, you want your pelvis to be at a 45-degree angle. It's not at a 90, it's at that 45. And then same thing, you're going to 2 inches forward and 1 inch back. And I promise you, there is a lot of tenderness and tightness usually in this part of your quadricep. So 2 inches forward, 1 inch back. The issue that most people that I see is they're going too fast. They're just doing this, and the muscle's going to tighten up because it hurts. And so the muscle's trying to protect you and itself. You can do that. Ooh, it's hard to stay relaxed. Inhale, and then exhale, release the leg. So if you picture this as a massage therapist's elbow, you're just trying to dig deeper into that muscle. So take your time when you're doing this, breathe, and try to stay relaxed because obviously as it hurts, like I said, you'll get that muscle tense. So you're going to go all the way up so that you are right above your knee bones. And then again, 2 inches back, 1 inch forward, slowly inching your way back down. So this can be a lot for people. Like you might not even be able to do a full pass of this thigh without taking a break. And for some people, even this arm, propping yourself up and keeping your core engaged is also a little bit of a workout. I definitely have clients break a solid sweat while doing this, even though technically it's for stretching. So you'll do that pass. Again, stand up, walk around a little bit. And then now we're going to go out to the IT band. So it's a little bit different. It's your iliotibia to something. I forget what the word is. It's the IT band, which a lot of runners talk about and things. It's a fibrous tissue. It's not a muscle. So you want to think of that when you're doing that so that you don't dig as far into it because it's not going to release. I can't read the comments. Sorry about that. So this one, you can go up a little bit higher on your hip because you don't have the hip bones in the way. And speaking of hip flexors, you can also kind of dig around right in that hip flexor area while you're here. Okay, so this time you are at that 90-degree pelvis. Okay, and then 2 inches forward and 1 inch back. A lot of people will jump right into doing this IT band, but again, because it's not technically a muscle, you're better off working on the quads and the hamstrings that surround it so that you can actually get those muscles to release. But this still does feel good. So the only difference here is that you're not going to do the bend and extend, and you could maybe try it because it kind of hurts. So it should tell you not to do it. With foam rolling, just like working out, it's really learning the differences of pain. Releasing muscles it can feel painful. If you think of going to a good massage therapist, sometimes there's a lot of breath work and that kind of thing. But we don't want to ever be on any bone. You can be on the tendons, but just be careful that you're not doing it too much and that you're not injuring yourself. So those are the 3 back and forth, right down the middle, 45-degree angle, IT band. Get up, walk around, see if you feel a difference in your posture and how your legs feel, and then go ahead and take that roller and start on the other side. So I'd love your feedback if you've tried this, if you have any other techniques that have helped you. And stay tuned. I'm going to be posting more of these myofascial release techniques for the whole body. I know that I want to talk about the forearm and the elbows because I'm feeling those. So I'll be doing that next. And I hope you have a great day.